Okay, everybody, this is my video number 2 for the day, but I want to talk about how to warm up when it's super early in the morning. So my voice does not work really well first thing in the morning. So when I have a very, 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 very early call time to sing, I approach warm-ups a little bit differently. So if usually I'm in the car on the way there, so I try to sit up tall. And the first thing I do is obviously there's no piano around, so we're gonna do this without piano. The first thing I do is I just try and create the right space in my mouth. So I'm gonna hum, but the most important thing is I'm trying to bring the sound to my lips and my teeth, so there's a buzzing here in the lips and teeth. I'm just gonna hum one low note, very comfortable note. So, and I can feel it vibrating here. Next thing I do is and I'm trying to keep this space behind my mouth open as if there's like, I don't know, a tennis ball in there. And making sure I'm not jutting my chin out. A lot of people do that. Now, the next note is almost too much reaching, and it's still early in the morning, so I'm going to bring it back down. Cool. So the next thing I'm going to do is just kind of the same thing. I'm just going to kind of cascade it down. I'm going to siren it down. So I'm going to start. Still focusing on bringing the sound to the front of the mouth. So my voice started to quiver there, so I'm going to come back down. And then bring it back up, eyebrows up. Went to the back of my throat and I wasn't too happy with that, so I bring it back down. Now this time I'm going to go to su because I love that vowel because it puts a lot of space in my mouth. And it's not su where your lips come out su. It's not that. It's not like calling your cow from like the country. It's su, su, right? And I call it an owl in a hallway, so it's like ooh, ooh, ooh. And if you're doing it right, it kind of echoes behind you. So, su, su, su. Still keeping the sound in the front of the face, almost as if there's like an elevator of sound that goes up this way and then comes straight back down. Okay? Su. And here's where we expand our range. So as we're trying to go higher with those notes, our eyebrows are going to reach up because that lifts the soft palate in the back of the mouth and creates the space you need for those high notes. A lot of people don't hit their high notes because their soft palate is dropped. It makes it really hard to go high. So you raise the eyebrows, and I kind of tuck the chin a little bit and feel like the back of my head is opening up like a garage door, and that helps me hit my high notes. So, su, 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 su. Still bringing the sound forward. And then as you get higher, you feel like the sound kind of escapes and goes this direction. So if I'm driving, obviously I can't do this with my hand, but if you're not, you can even do this and direct the sound with your hand if it gets stuck in the back, which it does often for a lot of people. Su, 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 dropping the jaw and lifting the eyebrows. Su. as I get higher, I'm gonna expand through the back of the throat, almost as if I'm like doing this, but I'm still in the ooh shape, so it's like doing this inside my mouth. Soo, 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 and then you would come back down. All right, and then because I try and take my time and I don't push too much because it's early in the morning. The next thing I do is it kind of like rattles around all the mucus that's like sitting in your throat from like sleeping and everything. So I do ooh, 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 ooh. Then that one's kind of hard because a lot of people go ooh, ooh, and I don't want that. Notice how I said ooh, ooh. All I'm doing is keeping my mouth in that ooh shape, and then I'm just stopping to take a breath in between. So, ooh, breathe. But when I do it, I don't change the shape of my mouth, especially when you find that tone that kind of is that owl in a hallway tone. You want to keep it there. So, ooh, 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 ooh. So that one was a little tight, okay? But I like to, the next thing and how I finish up, and I don't really do more than 10 minutes because I don't want to push it too much and get tired before I have to do anything. So I just do about 10 minutes. And the last thing I do is I siren. Now, usually a vocal instructor will teach you the siren, and it goes from like your lowest note to your highest note. So, sounds like a siren. So we're trying not to break the sound. A lot of times you hear, it'll break. And that means usually it breaks at your break. That's the breaking point of your voice where you go from chest voice to head voice and your brain's like, whoa, and it flips, right? We don't want to do that. So you keep the sound forward, and then I use my hand to kind of bring it up and bring it back. I don't know why, but if you move yourself, you make some movements, it helps you sing better. So, make sure you open up when you get to those high notes. A lot of people are like, and they break because they're not creating space. You have to create space. You need to be as open as you can. And I'll do this to relax my jaw so I can really, really open up. But obviously you're not doing that if you're driving, right? And then the last thing I do is I just try to keep that tone, and I go up and down and all around with that sound. So I'll go Just think if I was doing that and I had my windows down and I'm like driving. Can you imagine how fun that would be for the person that pulls up next to me with their windows down? So anyway, those are my early morning vocal warm-ups. I hope you like them. If you do, please subscribe and we will be adding some more stuff. If you have questions, please mark them down below so that I can like answer them. And I hope that you're expanding your voice. Bye everyone.